Hi, my loves. Welcome to your weekly tarot reading. Let's go ahead. We're going to continue to expand this reading here. We do have somebody around you in your energy that is feeling a little left out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles. Okay. There could be somebody that's been feeling a bit rejected. Maybe they feel like you ghosted them, whatever the case may be. Now, get in where you fit in when it comes to this dynamic. You might be the person that feels like, hey, they ghosted me. Now, look, it might be a fire sign. It's so funny. Look at all the cards. This the only one that was flipped over upright. So he seemed to need to get the attention. I didn't notice when I was first shuffling, and then I happened to look down. I'm like, wait, who is this? Okay, so for some of you, it is a King of Wands. We do have a very strong Aries energy coming through with an Emperor, but I'm also seeing Leo, a lot of lion imagery. It could very much be Sagittarius, but this can also suggest that somebody had to go build a confidence up is what it's really looking like. Okay, they could have been dealing with some financial issues with this Five of Pentacles too. So they had to go kind of boss up. Okay, we're going to take all of these. Fine. They had to go boss up. And maybe in the process, they kind of ghosted you. Yeah, they kind of avoided you. Seven of Swords. In a bit of a sneaky kind of way, like I said, where maybe they all of a sudden stopped returning your phone calls or your text messages. They left you on red or some shit. Like, look. I'm getting that they had to get the bag. Somebody had to go get the bag. They had to get the bag, okay? They had to restore some sort of balance to their life here. But they are very much planning on coming back for their Four of Wands, okay? For some of you, look, some of you might have options here with this Two of Pentacles between a fire sign and an air sign. But look, somebody is definitely, I just heard, on the prowl. That's that Seven of Swords too, okay? So this could be someone that is just as sneakily as they kind of exited your life. They're going to try and come back in on that same type of vibe is what it's looking like, okay? And I'm not necessarily getting anything super malicious about this Seven of Swords. I am just seeing someone that maybe is a bit avoidant more than anything. But hey, that can be experienced in a very malicious way, I guess, depending on the recipient of this behavior. So, nonetheless, like I said, this person, they had to go out. They had to get their bread. Five of Pentacles. They were not in a good space. For some of them, this is just like the inner work that some of them had to do in the process of, finding a sense of purpose, King of Wands, in more than just the financial aspects of life, okay? The King of Wands is someone... it's not to say that he's not stable when it comes to his finances, but he is someone who is typically more driven by his passions, the things that, light him up. So that could be something that this masculine has been focused on. I mean, we do have the Emperor coming through, so I will say this energy or this reading seems to be about a masculine. Now, this could be your own, inner masculine at play here, where you have been going through some self-esteem insecurities, stuff like that, and needing to build up your sense of confidence, worthiness within yourself. This may be an area where you self-sabotage. Seven of Swords, okay? This is kind of how we... our blind spot, essentially. And, if this is you on your own solo individual journey, this is also what's blocking the bag for you, and maybe more stable source of income, maybe even improvements to your lifestyle. It's because you're needing to integrate this King of Wands element into your life, which is more masculine. And you have the King of Swords too, which is more masculine. And I know most of the people watching my readings identify as women. And the feminine elements are cups, are water and earth, okay? Which we don't see. I mean, we see earth energy in this reading, but as far as like characters, okay, we're seeing more masculine elements coming through. So this could be a week where you're needing to lean into those energies. So being more action oriented, being more assertive, being more willing to take risks, take a chance on yourself, to take a chance on you know, a new idea that some of you are having here with the Ace of Pentacles that could end up making you some really good money. For some of you, this does seem to be like an additional stream of income that could be opening up for you here this week. You know, whether you're self-employed or employed by someone else, okay? This is definitely going to be something else added to your plate, all right, where you're going to have to find that balance, but it is going to bring a lot of happiness to your home life, a lot of celebration maybe. For some of you, there might be improvements that you can make to your home, and maybe you're doing like DIY or renovation projects. For others of you, this may be you know, an additional source of income that will afford you the ability to buy property, okay, if that's something that you're planning on. So definitely embracing, like I said, these more masculine principles. And I know that's like a very, maybe like a Western kind of way to look at things, or even these energies sometimes. But hey, it's just how we're going to quantify it. It's how we're going to talk about it here today. So I started shuffling the relationship cards because we do have a few cards where we see relationships, Two of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Four of Wands, okay? And the cards that flipped out as I started shuffling, we had Triggered, all right, which would very much be the energy of a full moon in Scorpio. And we have Deja Vu, okay? So for some of you, be mindful of your triggers. Five of Pentacles, that might be one of them. This is like that abandonment wound here. Once again, feeling left out, not feeling good enough, not feeling chosen. There's something along the lines of that. And maybe you feel like this is a cycle or a story that just like keeps playing out on a loop for you. The King of Wands, if you know, once again, this is an energy you're being invited to integrate. He doesn't wait to be chosen. It's like he's the one that's doing the choosing. And the Emperor is the same way. Like, you know, he's the one that the Empress is not here. Once again, this is a very masculine type of vibe that's coming through. I don't know who I'm connecting with, but it's like just I just want to say like heavy nigga influence here. Just like, and it's okay. Like, it is what it is. Because I do feel like it's, I mean, it would make sense. Scorpio, even though it is a water sign, which we would think is feminine, it is, its ancient ruler is Mars, Emperor energy, okay? So Scorpio is very masculine in its nature. I jokingly refer to Scorpios as the fire signs of the water signs. And as we can see, we've got quite a bit of fiery energy coming through in this reading here, okay? So this is a week where you're invited to step into your power. Like I said, you're not waiting to be chosen like the Empress. You know, she's the chosen one. We're the Emperor this week. We're doing the choosing. You're doing the rejecting and the selecting, you know, and the yes and the no, you know. This may be the mindset that you need to kind of take on here this week, or the shift in your mindset. Um, because you've got this Seven of Swords like limitation here going on right now, where you're not really seeing things in a balanced way. Okay. That's so interesting. I'm always like just looking at the way like people are facing and the cards and stuff like that. And he's looking back. I usually would look to the card next to it, like what's going on over here. And right now there's nothing. And I think that is very symbolic. Like whatever it is you are looking back to, like there might not be anything there. Maybe you're looking back to an old rejection, an old relationship, especially to go from the Two of Cups to the Five of Pentacles. This can be like a breakup. And this doesn't have to just be romantic partnerships. This could be business partnerships, work relationships, friendships, all of that stuff, family, whatever. Okay. But there does seem to have been some sort of severance there for some, which, you know, might have brought up those abandonment wounds and could have triggered some of that stuff. For some of you, especially if this was a masculine that may have abandoned you, it could have brought up the father wound stuff as well, with the Emperor coming through. Okay. Let's see what else. Yeah, look at this. See, didn't I mention breakups and makeups? Yep. Okay, so this is very much a father wound type of reading too. That could be something that's being healed on a really deep level here. We have friendship. So I mentioned, you know, for some of you, this isn't even about romance. This might be about like a friendship. And then we have this Euphoria card. So yeah, there is this element, how I was saying earlier, there's nothing to look back to. Look how both of these cards have the yellow too in the background as well. So for some of you, there's someone here in the mix you might be deciding to just like be friends with. Okay. You know, if you are like making amends, this whole breakups and makeups going on, there could be someone, you know, coming into your life under the guise of that too. Like, hey, yeah, I want to be friends. They don't want to be friends. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, this is interesting. They don't want to be friends. They're just telling you that because they want a Four of Wands with you ultimately. This is going to be really interesting. Y'all know we got Mercury going direct here this week. So this is where the plot tends to thicken. Okay. We're going to have post retro shadow here for like the next 10 days or so, something like that. So this is where the plot thickens. And I do feel like someone is going to be coming back around. Yeah, you know, let's be friends. You know, I really care about you as a person, whoop-de-woo, but I do feel like there are some other motivations there. For others of you, this might be a friend that you have like walked away from. Whatever the issue between the two of you was, it could have had something to do with boundaries and kind of like, kind of standing up for oneself. Someone involved could have had a bit of ego going on here. I think between the Emperor and the King of Wands, there's a healthy dose of ego between the both of them. But that may be something that kind of came up here in this dynamic as well. Okay, someone having a big old ego. And that could be the way that they are also kind of blocking their blessings here. But as mentioned, okay, that would make sense. Because some of you already have your hands kind of full. And I mean that, you might be involved with someone else. And then this person is coming in, bringing you another option. Ace of Pentacles, essentially. Now, this could be job related. I mentioned earlier, some of you are about to be juggling multiple jobs. Okay, but for some of you, these are multiple options that you're going to have. Maybe in love here. All right. We do have this Four of Wands. There is someone in this picture that you do feel like is your Four of Wands. It's up for you to decide here, King of Swords. This is a good space to be in. I do like this because the decision that you're going to make is going to be a logical, rational decision. It's not just going to be based on strictly emotion, euphoria, and how happy this person makes you. And when the times are good, they're really good. But then it's like, okay, when they're bad, they're really bad. And we can't forget about that either. And with the King of Swords, you're not forgetting about that. You are taking into consideration the full picture when it comes to the decision that you're making. Because, yeah, some of you do have to decide. There could be something significant about the 30th, also the 27th. These are dates that are coming up here that could be significant for some of you. There's definitely offers when it comes to work, money. For some of you, commitments could be on the table, especially with the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Sometimes I can see that as like a higher level of commitment. Someone wanting to lock it down, okay. But you have to be the one to decide here. I looked underneath the deck. I had to. I'm nosy. We have connection underneath the deck. So for some of y'all, this is your masculine, okay? This is just what's going on. Look, there could even be 3 people. Technically, and it's funny because I heard there's only one. So for someone out there that's watching, like, sure, you might have a lot of people around you, but you feel like, oh, there's only one person for me, which, yeah, would be the Emperor. But for some of you, this could be your one, but then you might have like this King of Wands hanging around, this King of Swords hanging around. Yeah, like I said, the plot thickens, right? So this should be pretty interesting seeing how this unfolds. I'm also picking up on someone getting triggered by you, maybe walking away, moving into a new direction, especially if you have moved on or are like dating, opening your options up, something like that. I feel like this may have really triggered somebody, okay? The 22nd could have been a significant date. The 16th. Wait, what's the 22nd? That was yesterday. Yeah, so I don't know if it was something significant yesterday for some of you, but look, it's a whole lot. This has been a messy, I know we're in Taurus season now, but it was a messy Aries season. And Taurus season seems to continue with the messiness. I just saw some announcement about Amanda Sills going on. Is it Shannon Sharp's on his show, Club Shay Shay, whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then she's about to sit down with the editor-in-chief of Essence. I'm just like, what in the entire fuck is going on? But who knows? There could be some breaking up, some making up going on there, you know, as we saw some things playing out in the media these past couple of months, however long it's been going on. We might see some like very public reconciliations taking place too. Okay. And not just in romance, this can be in business or in friendship, as I mentioned, you know, just like people coming together and really being like true allies to each other. That's what the Four of Wands is about as well. You know, teamwork makes the dream work, you know, a happy home. And this doesn't just have to be like our literal home and our family, but you know, just the family that we are also like just creating in our lives, you know, with our community, with our connections, you know, hey, we have connection here, okay? So there is very strong potential for a lot of reconnections that I'm seeing here. And some of these in reconnecting, relationships may take on like a different form. You know, people might not necessarily be like, oh yeah, okay, so we're like necessarily getting back together or whatever. Some people might be like, okay, we're just gonna be friends. You know, or maybe we're not gonna do business together anymore, but we still cool, you know, something like that. Okay, so it's gonna be different for everybody. Look, for others of you, you're gonna experience the whole drastic change. Someone's recognizing like, yeah, I don't want to be on the outs with you. You're really important to me type of situation. And you gonna have a decision to make, okay? Because I do feel like there is someone here in this element that makes you happy. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. So I pulled this card off. Underneath it was drama. I'm gonna have to just throw it out here. Look, it's here. It's here. Like, you can't avoid it sometimes. So the 23rd, what is that? That's today. Could be significant as well. Look, y'all. Look. Don't say I ain't warned you. I told you. But just know that, you know, even little dramas, they are a part of life. The spice of life, right? I don't know. Life imitates art or the other way around, but it's just like a movie or some shit or a book, you know. Like I was saying earlier, the plot thickens. So that's always like the moment, you know, within the story where something gets like, ooh, this is a little scandalous, or, you know, oh, they really spilling the tea. Like, what's going on here? Like, it's that type of thing. So yeah, some of that could be playing out here, and the plot thickens for you in this upcoming week. So look, y'all definitely feel free to share what you want to in the comments, of course, within your own discretion. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this reading here. If you want to tap in for the weekly extended tarot scopes for the zodiac signs, make sure to become a subscriber on Instagram at the Mystic Model. You'll get access to all of those additional readings here. So with that being said, my loves, I am sending you all the love. Take care. Bye.